I have a rant about YouTube, and it's not what you think. You know, you're probably like, oh man, he's gonna go off on that negative side of YouTube and those people who come on your channel and cause issues with. No, had nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. Probably will never do a video on that. That is what it is. Not worried about it. I'm having a problem with epidemic sound and copyright claims on YouTube. All right, this is what annoys me. This is, you know, and I'm a brand new Epidemic Sound user, right? And I'm sure this is a problem for any of those sites. Just Epidemic just happens to be the company that I use for my music. Now I'm sure there's tons of companies out there that do the same thing to Epidemic Sound, so this is going to be a problem for any of them. All right, and for me, the real problem lies with YouTube. You know, and I'm brand new to this. So, you know, you can tell me, hey, shut up, Casino. You don't know what you're talking about. It's not YouTube. It's these other companies or whatever. And I'm like, sure. If you got proof of that or whatever, or you know how to convince me of that, go for it. Shoot me a comment or a PM on the Chocolate Man in Thailand Facebook page and let me know that, yeah, man, here's the reality of the situation. But my perception of the problem is on YouTube. So here's the situation. The video I just put out yesterday. What was the name of my video? I forgot the name of my own video. Our boat is sinking and Chuck and Joe confess. All right, so I just put this video out yesterday. It had multiple songs from Epidemic Sound. No other songs from anywhere else. Every song in there was from Epidemic Sound. I have a paid subscription to Epidemic. It is current and good. So not within 10 minutes of me putting that video out, I get a copyright claim for one of the songs. And I'm like, how is that possible? I used the song from Epidemic Sound. My account is current. Like, how could I possibly get a copyright claim? And if you don't know, when your channel is monetized and you get a copyright claim, it is immediately demonetized. All right. And then right after, you know, you realize it's been demonetized, you know, you have the opportunity to go in and dispute it. Well, once you dispute it, it kind of goes into escrow at that point. So all the video keeps making money, whatever, doing like that. But it just sits there in an escrow account because the people who claimed it can take that money if they have a valid claim. Now, you're like, well, but you use Epidemic Sound, so how can they make a claim on that music? That is a good question. How is that possible? Well, if I'm a scammer, what I can do is go out and join a service like Epidemic or one of these other music services out there, and I could download all their music, right? Because if I have an account, anybody can download the music. Even you can go in there on a 30-day trial and download all the music you want. Then they can upload it back into YouTube under their own name, and then they can make up a fake company, do all this other stuff, you know, and they'll do it a lot smarter than that. It's a little more complicated than how I'm putting it, but either way, they can put this music back on YouTube and claim it as theirs. All right, set up a fake company, whatever. Now they have the ability to make claims against people who use that content. Now, if you use services like Shazam, and I forgot the other ones, whatever, have you ever noticed how these services like Shazam, they can instantly, like, use Shazam to get music, right? Or to find out what a song is. Like, you put Shazam up, you know, on your cell phone or whatever, and you just hold it up in the air when music's playing, and Shazam will figure out what that song is instantly, all right? That's basically the same way these scammers are working. They're using some sort of technology to where they can listen to YouTube, you know, they can sniff out you. I will call it sniffing. I guess that's probably close to whatever the technical term for it is, but they can sniff the internet for content, all right, for music that's being put out on YouTube. So if somebody uses one of those songs that they have stolen, their software can sniff that out and be like, oh, hey, that's my song. I'm gonna make a claim against that song. And if the unsuspecting party does not make a claim against it and they have a monetized channel, they're going to get all the ad revenue from that song, not just from the song, but from the entire video that you put out. And they'll try to get your money. They'll try to steal your money. How is YouTube allowing that to happen? And that's why I don't blame Epidemic Sound or any of these other companies. They have legal rights to use the music. That's what you're paying for, is their rights that they already own the music for. YouTube is acting like it's not their responsibility to make sure that these claims aren't false. They're putting it all on the users. Like, oh, well, hey, somebody claimed the song, it's on you. You need to fix the problem. You're the one that needs to do the research and file the claim and the dispute. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. How is it my responsibility when I'm doing everything right to go fix that problem. To me, that's outrageous. All right. And that's what's happening. Like let's take a look at this right here. And I could put up a screenshot later if this is too hard to read. But look at this. So this right here is the song they're saying is stolen, right? And by the way, this is not the name of the song. This is something else. When you go to search YouTube and find that, or not YouTube, but when you go out to search Google and find this, doesn't exist. When you go out here, here's the copyright owner, supposedly. Okay, this should say Epidemic Sound, or actually shouldn't say anything because there wouldn't be a claim. But if it was a claim by Epidemic, it would say Epidemic Sound, not the original or whoever. Okay, and then when you look for these companies on behalf of 10-foot pole or some I don't know, whatever. These are some publications or whatever. They do not exist. All right. When you go out into the Google sphere and try to find these companies, they do not exist. So what? But there right now, if my claim, like, of course, I've already thought this is my claim right now. Here's the escrow right now. The escrow tells you right there that your claim is in process. You know, the money's just going to kind of sit there until, you know, the dispute is done. So craziness, right? And this is another problem that's annoying to me. 30 days. They have 30 days to respond to this. They could wait till day 29 before they release this video, which is ridiculous to me. You know, if you were a full-time YouTuber, this could be a serious issue for you. You know, if your life and your living was on YouTube, that's a serious problem. Like, what are you doing? Like, that should not exist. That should not be a problem. But, oh man, you know, I hate to rant about this stuff because it's technology and most of you guys could probably care less. But for YouTubers, man, come on, man. It takes a lot of effort. Like this video, it doesn't matter whether you think my editing is good or if you think my content is good or anything like that. It takes a lot of effort to make these videos. Hours of your time is spent on these videos. And then you think you're doing it right. You're trying to protect your monetization. You want to protect the integrity of your channel. And you think you're doing everything right. And then something like that happens. And you're like, how? It's what? You want to pull your hair out. If I had any, I'd be like, no. That should not happen. Never. So YouTube, fix it.